is going on? Of course, I am Tommy Guns Law, and first I'd like to say this video is sponsored by and I'm partnered up with the Triggered brand peptides and American Sarms. Anytime I'm looking for any kind of peptides I need, I only go to the Triggered brand, and of course Sarms, I only go to American Sarms. Not all companies are created equal. That's why I only use those two companies, the Triggered brand and American Sarms. So this video, I like to talk about the dangers of the gear you are buying nowadays. When I first made that transition to start taking steroids, it was really hard to get. You really had to know somebody that knew somebody, and that somebody was usually higher up in the bodybuilding world. And it was pretty expensive. Like a 10cc bottle was like $150 to almost $200. And now it's like $50, $90 the most. And you gotta wonder, why is that? Is it because supply and demand, easier to get, or is the quality of the compound getting cheaper or scarier? You definitely gotta be careful on what you buy, because a lot of this stuff, I mean, back in the day, I remember it seemed like it was all coming from Mexico. People would drive down there, buy a shit ton, come back, sell it, drive back down there, buy a shit ton, sell it, because it was so inexpensive in Mexico. Still probably is, and you don't need a prescription. Go to any like little convenience store or just any little shop and you can buy it. It was really easy to get. Now a lot of the compounds are coming from China and just all over, and a lot of people are buying like powder, which a lot of that powder still is just coming from China. So you got companies from China making stuff, and then people are just buying raw powder from other countries and making it. So you got the guy in China, that lab or that company making whatever, the raw powder that maybe Jimbo is at his grandmother's house making it in the basement. So you gotta be careful the quality. And like I said in another video, the inconsistency can be very scary, and the dosing. Sometimes the dosing is way off. They just put enough in there so you think you can feel something, and that is it. So you gotta be very careful what you buy. And like me, I actually had a buddy that used to make it at his furniture store. He would buy the raw powder, mix it up, and then good to go and be done. I even got a bottle one time with a hair floating in it. So definitely scary. You can get this shit and you take a shot, your arm gets an abscess or infected, and then it gets so bad and maybe your arm has to be amputated. It can be very dangerous and just very scary and unreliable. So you got to test your stuff. I'm not affiliated with roidtest.com, but that's where I get my test kits. I mean, you don't test every bottle, but maybe every fourth or fifth bottle, because sometimes you can get a good connection, and the quality of even that connections can start to dwindle. So you got to test each bottle so you can confront the person and say, hey, I'm testing this, it's not what you're saying it is. So you got to be careful. So I definitely recommend go to the roidtest.com, put in the compound you just bought. Though the test takes about 3 or 4 days to get here. They're about $26 to $30. I know not a lot of people want to pay that extra $30 but it can be worth it. And a lot of people, they'll have a good connection and maybe they're paying $100, and then they found out, Steroid Steve down the road, he can get it for $60 now. And then Steroid Steve, or wherever he's getting it from, can be making it in the bathroom down at Johnny's house over there at the stockyard, or back there in the garage. You just don't know the sanitary makings of this stuff. So definitely be careful who you get this shit from. Everyone wants to get shit cheap, so they will go cheap as shit, and then they end up getting underdosed, not good quality gear, and that's just the fact. So definitely at roid.com you can do tablets, you can do oils. It's pretty cool. Like I said, just put in the compound and they'll send you the test. I mean, and then you'll test it and it'll come back different colors, and you'll know at least if what you bought is actually what you bought. It will show you that the compound is true. And for me, I just want people to be careful. You got to be careful. This gear is getting way too cheap. Everyone's making shit now, and you don't know where the shit's being made, in garages, hotel rooms, down there in the back office. This shit's not sanitary, man. You're just shooting up all kinds of, some people are just shooting up all kinds of crazy, underdosed, just nasty shit. So be careful. Go to roytest.com. Get the test you need. Just trying to look out for you. And I want to include another sponsor to the channel, EPN Nutrition. They are part of my sponsorship now and partnership, so shout out to them. So please, everyone, subscribe to my channel. Press the like button. I am nothing without you. I can't grow the channel without you, and it's hard to keep bringing information to the best of my knowledge to you without your support. So I like to say I thank you for everything. Keep watching the videos. I'll try to come out with more and more as time goes on, and I will say Tommy Guns, and I am out.